Memphis, 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 Memphis. Nothing but Memphis.
Nothing but Memphis Showboats right here on the Captain's Log. I'm your host, Brandon, aka the Captain. We got a sad episode this week, guys. Sad, unfortunate episode. Going to be talking about a lot of guys that just got released. Recording this on Sunday, should be going out Monday or Tuesday. Showboats had to cut down from 75 players down to 58. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Just a quick hitter episode talking about some surprises. And let's get into it, baby. So first off, as you know, hit up your boy Bill Alexander in the Yacht Club, or go on over to vintagevarsity901.com, get you some Yacht Club merch. I got this new hat from the UFL shop. They just dropped some new Under Armour gear. If you guys were following along with me, we got some new Under Armour options. A little pricey, You know, you're gonna pay for that Under Armour logo because it's so cool and so nice. But some good stuff, man. Good stuff coming out from the shop. Just glad we've got some more options for everybody. You know, the XFL teams, they've got some more options. They've got hats now. So the league hears us, man. You know, they were trying. All right. So now we've got some Under Armour stuff for pre-sale. Going good. Sad day, man. Let's get right into it. Here are the guys that got cut. We cut, I believe, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50, 17 guys, man. 17 guys had to be cut today. Just 2 or 3 days removed from getting their pictures taken at media day, you know, doing some fun pictures, poses, doing some good modeling for the cameraman. It sucks, but you know, they had to do media day when they did it because some of these guys are going to get picked up onto other teams. It'll be good for the websites and all that stuff to have headshots of these guys. Just Photoshop them into a different uniform, no problem. But talking about some of the cuts, man, we're starting at the top with Clayton Bradley. Clayton was with the Boats last year, didn't really see much playing time with us. I believe he was on the injured list or the suspended list, something like that. Nothing crazy there about Clayton. Here's where it starts getting crazy is right here after Clayton. Jordan Brailford, defensive end. He was with the Breakers last season with Coach Flip. We drafted him in the dispersal draft. So it kind of goes to show that we can't put too much stock in draft capital. Okay, so a good bit of these guys were drafted in the 2 drafts that the league held, where they were trying to disperse all that talent from the folded teams. Jordan Brailford was one of our super draft picks. I believe he was one of the dispersal draft picks before the super draft. So he was in the draft where you could only draft USFL conference players, where the XFL was doing their own draft where they could only draft XFL conference players. So Jordan Brailford is out. Antoine Brooks, DB. Yeah, Antoine Brooks, DB. He was released. He is one of the guys we got in the super draft, one of our later round picks. Kind of tough to see that one. You know, he was on the social clips. He's been on the Instagram reels, the Twitter post a good little bit. So you thought Twan had a good chance to stick around. But again, it goes to show that the social media team does not know anything. They know that they're there to produce content, get views for the league, put out good stuff. They have no bearing on, you know, hey, they're showing this player a lot this week. They're probably going to make the team. They don't know. So they're just doing their best to get us some content. We appreciate them for that. Moving down the line, Kazim Daniels, he was with the team last year. Small school guy out of University of Charleston at West Virginia. Had a couple plays for us last year, didn't play all that much. Here comes the big one right here that I know the Yacht Club is absolutely devastated by. I've already gotten some text messages. I've seen the Yacht Club group. This one hurts, man. Derrick Dillon, Mr. 109, ran back that kick six, the only kick six in USFL history, modern history. Sorry, I didn't check in the 80s and see if there was a kick six back then, but 109-yard kick six for Derrick Dillon. Special team returner for us. Good wide receiver. Had a few touchdowns last year. Man, just hate to see Derrick go, man. But hopefully, Yacht Club fans, we can take solace in the fact that, okay, if Derrick isn't on the team, that must mean that our wide receiver room is so stacked. Okay. It must be so stacked that Derrick Dillon, he's kind of an older fella. He's been in the spring league or been in the USFL the past 2 years, getting up there in age a little bit. Just a victim of the numbers game. It really seems like, man, we've got a lot of wide receivers. We cut another wide receiver on the list down here, Josh Van, one of the recent signings. I believe we signed him about right before camp kicked off or right as camp kicked off. But that's two wide receivers cut there. Derrick Dillon's a tough one. Next up, Kurt Kelly, offensive guard, another one of Coach Flip's guys from New Orleans. I thought for sure he was going to be making the team. With his release, we are down to three guards on the team right now. Tyrone Prescott, who was with us last year, Chance Little, and Lika Uhatafe, Salisi Uhatafe, however he wants to be called. Sorry about that, Oos, if I got you wrong. Lika, he was also with the Breakers last year, so kind of odd to see Kurt Kelly go. He was, I believe, all USFL back in season 1 for the Breakers. Solid player. I definitely thought he was going to be starting for us this year. After that, you got Colin Hill. He was a draft pick by us in the dispersal draft, one of the later rounds, I do believe, from the Generals. He's out. Tyron Hunt, another guard, out of there. Darta Lee, another offensive tackle. And then this one is another one that hurt me personally. I do not like that at all. Will Likely is out of here. Okay, I was ready to make so many memes, so many tweets about Will Likely make a play, Will Likely get the interception, Will Likely score a touchdown, all that fun stuff, man. The dude's been a baller the past 2 years in the USFL, the XFL. Hate to see Will go. Our cornerback room after Will Likely is gone, we are down to 1, 2, 3. We are down to 6 corners. So you again, I feel like it's a Derrick Dillon situation. I think Will Likely is just kind of getting up there in age. We kept guys like Nehemiah Shelton, who was a rookie for us last year. Ty Smith, who's a bit of a younger fella, I believe. So well, Ty Smith was drafted in 2015. He's not that young, but moving on from Will Likely, we cut Dylan Moses, linebacker of Alabama. He didn't get to play with us this year. He was a free agent signing. Antonio Reed, who was with the team last year with the Boats, he is out. Michael Stevens, another one of our dispersal draft picks, I do believe. No, he was the super draft pick. Another breaker from Coach Flip that is being released. Jeremiah Valawaga, I think he's a fan favorite in the Yacht Club. I believe Jeremiah he had a blocked field goal or a blocked extra point this season. Good special teamer, solid rotation piece. Hate to see Jeremiah go. We talked about Josh Van a little bit. Sidney Wells, another kind of surprising one. That was a dude that, excuse me, that was a dude that Coach Flip brought over. He never got to play for the Breakers, but he was going to sign with the Breakers and play for them if the USFL had a third season. So he was an all-season addition to the Breakers. I thought Coach Flip liked him enough to draft him in the dispersal draft. Turns out, I don't know, maybe he just didn't work out. It wasn't what Coach Flip thought. Whatever. Coach is smarter than I am, so I trust him with these moves. And finally, we got Kareth White. Kareth White was a solid running back for us last year. I believe if he wasn't leading the team on rushing, he might have been second, right behind Jawan Washington. Kareth White had the longest run for the Showboats last year of the season. A good, speedy guy. If you check Instagram stories and stuff like that for the Boats, I believe he was like top 2 or 3 in these like explosive drills that they do. The strength and conditioning coach, Coach Hayes over there, has like these sensors or something that measures these guys' explosivity, things like that. Kareth ranked right at the top among everybody when it comes to explosive, fast, all that good stuff, all the tangibles, if you will. So I could see Kareth White getting picked up by somebody else, but again, man, just a sad day for these dudes, man. We wish them nothing but the best. Looking at the roster right now, we've got, let me pull that bad boy up, courtesy of you know who, Thorn PFN over there from the newsroom. The boy just went in and updated pretty much all the rosters, I do believe. So good stuff from our boy Thorn right here. Add it to the stage. You probably won't be able to see it too good, but still got our 3 quarterbacks. We've got our 3 running backs. I expect those will be our 3 going into the season, unless injury happens to one of them. Wide receivers down to 5 wide receivers, 3 slot guys. So we got 8 wide receivers total still on the team. We got Jay Adams still over here, DeAndre Overton, Vinny Papali still on the squad, Ryan McDaniel. So good wide receiver room there. I'm surprised we kept so many tight ends. We've still got 5 tight ends on the roster: Sage Surratt, Dominic Daphne, J.J. Wilson, the Polar Bear, Cam Sutton, recent signing to the team, and Wes Saxton Jr. Expect at least 2 of those guys to be cut in the next round of cuts coming up the week before kickoff. We're going to have to go from 58 down to 50. So I expect at least 2 of those guys, maybe even 3 of them, to be cut before kickoff. Moving on to the tackles, we've got 4 tackles, 3 guards, 3 centers. So what's that, about 11 offensive linemen. Wouldn't be surprised if we bring in another offensive lineman or do some more shifting among the offensive line, trying to fine tool that group, because you want your best 5 out there. Obviously, you want your best 5 offensive linemen, and hopefully you can take those guys straight from camp into the season, no injuries, fully healthy. Keep our boy Case Cookis, Cole Kelly, and Troy Williams. Keep those boys standing up so they can deliver some throws in the pocket. On the defensive side, still looking pretty good. Like, it looks like some of our it was pretty even across the board when it comes to like offensive or defensive cuts. The defense, we still got some studs like John Adkins, Jeff McCulloch, Vontae Diggs. No problem on the defense, man. I got trust in Carnell Lake. Specialists are going to stay the same, I would imagine, all the way through camp and into the season, barring injury. Those are Coach Flip's guys. But again, man, just wanted to come on here, give you guys a little rundown of who we released. Sucks, man. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast, nature of the business. We're going to be rooting for our final 50 here coming up soon. The next cut date is, I believe, next week after another round of scrimmages. Unfortunately, if you did not know, the Showboats and the Renegades scrimmage got cut short. Somebody got injured on the field. They had to stop the scrimmage. Apparently it was pretty bad injury, pretty ugly looking. I talked to the player that did get injured. He's fine. He's good to go. I'm going to keep that one a secret for me. I don't want to be that guy, disclosing injuries like that. That's kind of weird. But that's kind of why you didn't see any clips, over the weekend, whereas you see all the other teams posting some highlights from their scrimmages. Showboats and Renegades really didn't get any highlights because there was really nothing that happened. Apparently it happened pretty early in the game in the scrimmage. So unfortunate to see, but from all the reports I'm hearing out of camp, the dude is fine. Everything should be good. We got another scrimmage opportunity coming up before the next cut date. So hopefully that one goes off without a hitch, perfectly healthy. It sucks that we lost a day of, good practice, good film that we could have got out there for the boys. So I know that probably made the cuts a lot harder for Coach Flip and Polian. So just putting our faith in Coach Flip, guys. I'll be back for the next round of cuts. See you guys later. Check out we got another show dropping this Monday that I appeared on. I had to defend our honor on a little bit. I had these guys on the media group talking crazy about Case Cookis and the Showboats, talking like we're a middle of the pack team. We're a middle of the pack team, but we got a top 3 quarterback in Case Cookis. I don't think the math's mathing on that one. So check out that show, man. It'll probably drop before this one. So go back and watch that one. Tell me about it on the United Football Media YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment. Tell me how dumb I am for thinking that the Showboats are so good and we're just going to roll through everybody. No problems. leave me a comment telling me go Boats, because you know what it is, baby. End of the show. Go Boats. Thank you guys for watching.